Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, is deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show here for today. All right, today is Jovan Burts. Ninos will be with us a little later. Rod Zawacky. We got Brad Francis and Brian Bitler. And here's how they'll line up here for this evening. Bitler, Francis, Burts, Zawacky, Ninos, and then I will close this one out. Tony T here, flying solo, as you know. Chris moves to morning, so let's go ahead and let's get the show underway. That's the one who leads us off every Monday to start our week is Brian Bitler. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs. So let's bring in Brian right now. Brian, what's happening?
I'll tell you what, it's going good. Off a couple winning days. Going to try to keep this momentum going this week. I like the card today.
Yeah.
Short but sweet.
Yep, short but sweet ones there. I'm feeling pretty good about it as myself. But here we go, 8 Eastern Time. Rangers here to host the Rays. The Rays $1.39. Total sits here at 8.
Yeah, I think in this game I'm going to back Old Faithful here. The Tampa Bay Rays. They're available at a pretty decent price here on the road. Drew Rasmussen, very consistent under-the-radar pitcher, 5-1 with a 2.68 ERA, a 0.98 WHIP. Rasmussen usually good for 5 strong innings. Glenn Otto has been hit or miss this season, and mostly a miss. I think the only reason we're getting a semi-good price here is Otto has had 2 good starts in a row, relatively good starts. Rangers 7-21 last 28 against the American League East, and they're just 1-4 last 5 versus a righty. And the Rays as a road favorite, 19-8 last 27. I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Rays at this moderate juice on the money line.
We got Brian here on the Rays -139. Yeah, I just see as you do here the pitching edge with Rasmussen over Otto, and also I favor the bullpen here for the Rays. And one thing with Rasmussen, like some of the pitchers, you can't excuse them for their first 3 starts. They weren't bad by any means, but not where he's been now. I mean, you look at his past 6 starts, he's allowed 1 earned run or fewer in 5 of those starts.
Yeah, if a pitcher can go out and give you 5 strong innings, Tampa Bay has the bullpen to come in and shut the doors on you if they get a lead.
That's exactly right. All right, Rays here -139 against the Rangers. This one will have a start time of 8 Eastern Time over on MLB Network. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs here for tonight. Still some games in prime time, 6 games in the prime time hour, as we have an NHL game up there as well, showing great work here in MLB here for 482 units of profit, all documented, and you can verify that over at Brian's Handicapper page over at Pick Dogs. All right, Brian, as I think you're making some fine-tunes here to your camera, what do you have going on over at Pick Dogs?
Am I still there? Somebody called me.
You're still here. You're still here.
All right. I still got my best MLB pick available up late. I still got my best MLB bet available for $30 at BigDogs.com. Some of the games have come off the board, but I feel really good about this one. Make sure you guys go check it out. Also, check out the leaderboard. I know Big Al's #1 for the year. The 2-for-1 capper special can't be missed. So make sure. This is the time of year whenever you want to get a long-term plan. 2-for-1 capper special is the way to go.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs at Premium. You see the numbers here in MLB showing great profit here. So also profit here over the past 7 days. Of course, Brian has MLB Money Shot, his best bet for Major League Baseball, now up on the board. Individual play for $30. Get on board with that. Or if you prefer the long-term passes, we're on here. It is Monday. Probably a good time to get that 7-day all sports pass. Get all of Brian's premium plays for 7 days. He's in action in NHL, MLB, of course, NBA, which restarts here on Thursday with Game 1 of the NBA Finals. So your 7-day pass, a really good value, and you can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion, even greater value there. And of course, as we move into later into spring, close to summer, there's still action. I'm just going to ask you this, Brian, not knowing the answer, if you're going to be in action here, WNBA or any of the spring leagues from football or as well as WNBA, CFL.
Well, I haven't done a WNBA game since before COVID hit, but I think this year I'm not going to do WNBA, but I'm looking forward to CFL. So CFL, okay. Yes. WNBA, probably not.
All right, so keep an eye on CFL. They have started their preseason games. We're looking for some starts here in early June. So get on board with Brian Bitler. Long-term passes, 7-day pass, all their major sports there. Getting that 30-day pass, then you'll start cutting into that to CFL action, which is upcoming in June. As I said, they are already playing preseason games in CFL. All right, Brian, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we can always catch you on the mornings. On the morning show, of course, it's a staggering time. Looks like 8:30, 8 a.m. sometimes, but you're going to get a live show with Mitch, Chris, and and Brian Bitler, as you are all residing in Eastern time zone now, so you guys are on the same clock, and of course we always can catch your 2 videos.
Yeah, Mitch is an early bird for sure, but the best thing about YouTube is you can watch your favorite programs when you feel like doing it, so when it's convenient for you on tape delay. So also make sure you check out my Ticket to the Bank and my Fast 5 selections on the YouTube every day, and the YouTube Premium available. That's also a good option to go.
No doubt about that. But Brian, you're aging us, man. Tape delay, that's old. It's now called on demand.
On demand. Oh, whatever. Yeah, tape delay.
I got tape delay.
I'm 45.
I know, we're up there. We said we're old. And the young guys say tape delay. What's that? They don't even know what cassette tape is. Don't even mention 8-track.
You know what? That's what I get my cup of coffee in the morning. I look through the shows that I haven't watched on YouTube, and I usually put them up there. But yeah, on demand.
That's right. That's right. All right, Brian. Continue your success, and we'll talk with you again on Friday. I'm tuning into your videos.
All right, Tony T. Have a good one. I'll catch you at the end of the week.
You got it. Brian Bitler here on The Drive to. Let's continue our coverage, guys. Remember, if you miss any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. El Ninos will help us out with that. Of course, El Ninos will be signing in second to last, so he'll be signing a little later. Let's continue here on The Drive through. Let's go ahead and bring in someone who does not know what the word tape delay is, probably never lived through that era, and it's Brad Francis. Brad, what's happening?
What's up, Tony T? How you doing?
Doing great, doing great. All right, here we go. Game 2 of this doubleheader. Looks like a windy day with these totals here over at Wrigley right now. Cubs here to host the Brewers. The Brewers $1.35. Total sits at 11.
Yeah, you're right. Very windy day, and that's why I'm going to go with this over. It's a high number, but the over is 9-1-2 in the last 12 meetings these teams played against each other. Like you said, super windy day. In Chicago tonight, it's going to be 80 degrees, 60 miles per hour winds blowing towards the outfield. These teams played earlier today. There were 13 runs scored. I was on the Brewers as well as the over in that game, cashed in both of those. Got Drew Smiley on the mound for the Cubs, he's all right, but pretty inconsistent at times. Smiley, he has an ERA of 5 in his last 5 starts. Not a huge fan of the Cubs bullpen. I mean, we see them give up some leads throughout the season. Got Aaron Ashby on the mound for the Brewers. Doesn't have the worst ERA, but is 0-3 this season when starting. And like you said, to bring it up right away, the main angle of this pick is the weather. I mean, 60-mile-per-hour winds. It's going to add some carry on those balls. And, as we saw earlier today, both these teams are seeing pitches well. So, yeah, give me the over here.
All right, we got to really keep it simple here with the over 11 here in Game 2 doubleheader, Brewers and the Cubs. Yeah, as a matter of fact, you look at some of the lineups here. We're looking at, for Smiley the lefty, he'll be facing 8 right-handed pitchers, only 1 lefty. That's my namesake there in there for the Brewers. And, of course, a lot of right-handers in for the lefty in Ashby, as we see only 1 left-handed batter there. So it looks like that it's going to definitely favor hitting as far as coming up to the plate. Now you factor in the wind as well.
Yeah, you factor in the win, and you always bring up these good facts, Tony. I didn't know that either, and I mean that definitely. It's not going to be a great game for pitchers. This is just not a good pitching matchup. I would say, just the way the weather is, and like you said, these lineups. So yeah, I feel like it's a no-brainer with the over here.
Yeah, you got to feel for those 2 starters. These were 2 pitchers making their debuts in Game 1 of the doubleheader. One of them was like a top prospect for the Brewers, and you saw what happened here with all this wind blowing out, all the craziness there in Wrigley. Brewers, Cubs, over 11 runs, Game 2 of this doubleheader. This one will have a start time here at 7:40 Eastern Time, MLB Extra Innings Channel. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. We've been hot here in NHL for this season. 437 units of profit. On the board as well. Of course, we do have that big Game 7 from the NHL tonight in the Eastern Conference Finals, Rangers and Hurricanes, with still 6 more games on the board from MLB. NBA returns Thursday. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, so unfortunately, all my premium picks today already passed. I love daytime baseball today. 2-0 so far. If the Giants pull this one out, it'll be a sweep. So nothing on sale right now. The NHL game, I did like that under 5.5. That just a little too much juice for me to throw as a premium. But hey, if you want to get crazy with it, I like the under in that game. So unfortunately, no premium picks up right now. But like I said, I'm getting hot. So 3 days, 7 to 30 day, those are available right now. And then tomorrow, I'll have my premium picks back up for the day.
That's right, guys. I get on board with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs. Premium seat numbers here in NHL. Of course, he's got all access passes up there. You go long term with the 3, 7, or 30 all sports pass. You get all of Brad's premium plays for that period of time. You select when you go to his Handicapper page and make that purchase. He has discounted that 1 week pass, which is a good one here on a Monday. You get Monday through Sunday premium plays here from Brad. $145 will get you all his plays. That amounts to just a little more than, almost just call it like $21 a day there, right? When you do that, it's pretty good value there. You get all of his premium plays. He's in action here from NBA, NHL, MLB for 7 days. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. and that's even greater value there. All right, Brad, as always, great having your show. Continued success. We'll talk with you again later in the week, but I know you're gearing up here for your Wednesday MMA show with Mills.
Yep, yeah, we didn't have fights this weekend, so got a little break there. But we're back on Wednesday. I'm actually going to start doing my research, get into some fights after this show. So yeah, super pumped on that. Wednesday, 7 p.m. MMA show.
All right, check it out with Brad and Mills. All right, Brad, continued success. We'll talk again here later in the week.
All right, thank you, sir. Have a good one.
You got it. Brad Francis here on the drive to Let's Continue our coverage here. I'm going to go ahead and welcome in Jovan Burts. You'll find him over at Pick Dog. Of course, he's really been active there on the channel with lots of video content. Not only does he contribute to our show on the drive-thru, also contributes to the weekend show as well with his daily videos on the channel. So let's go ahead and bring in Jovan right now. You'll find parlays from him and individual pick games as well. So let's go ahead and get him in right now. I think we got him ready to roll here. Jovan, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony?
It's going all right. Before we get to this game, I saw Boston Red Sox. And I got back a flashback of the when we gave out the season win total for the Boston Celtics, and we're kind of joking about them making it this far. And lo and behold, look what they've done.
Yeah, made it to the finals. All it took was getting 2021 out the way. As soon as 2022 hit, the defense ramped up and the offense went along with it.
Yeah.
And now we're here. Finally.
Yeah, we're here in the finals. Should be a really good one with the Warriors starting here on Thursday. But now we'll take care of business today here as we go to 7 Eastern time. Red Sox here hosting the Orioles here with the Red Sox $1.70, total of 10.
Hey, before I get into the pick, just quick note on the Celtics. Marcus Smart, he tried to give that thing away. Oh man. But anyway, yeah, so I'm on the Red Sox in this one. I'm on the hometown ball club. And, they're facing a pitcher in Tyler Wells who's just been giving it up, especially on the road, 0-4, 6.50 ERA. And Rich Hill, he's going to give you, a good 4 or 5 innings, not much, but, he's an older guy, you know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Baltimore hasn't been able to hit lefties like that, like last year. Last year, they was pretty good hitting lefties. This year, not so much, and the Red Sox bats have been cracking. 12 runs yesterday. Their bullpen is actually pitched decent, against the Baltimore Orioles. So that's a plus. And I just think that with the warm weather, the Boston bats are just going to carry it home. Rich Hill should have a decent start, a quality start, and bring it over to a bullpen that, has been progressing steadily, at least in this series.
Yeah, there's no argument there. Yeah, we got Jovan here with the Red Sox, $1.70 here against the Orioles. Yeah, and also, too, Wells does pitch to high contact, 16% strikeout rate, so he's going to be pitching to contact. And in a day like in this weather right now, you don't want to be pitching to contact because these balls are flying right now, especially here as we're approaching warmer weather.
High 80s out here right now. It's feeling real humid out here. Ball's going to carry.
Yep, the ball's going to carry, and you got a pitcher that pitches to high contact. That's a recipe for disaster there. So no doubt about that. And of course, as you said, the Red Sox bats have woken up here the last week and a half here, and they're getting the Orioles pitching staff right here. So here we go. Red Sox $1.70 against the Orioles. This one will have a start time 7 p.m. Eastern time over on the MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, John, let's take a go over at Pick Dogs here for tonight, showing great profit here in the NBA. Of course, showing profit for this year, coming off a winning day yesterday. And, of course, all leagues profit we've shown as well here for 2022. All right, we got still a half a dozen games up there on the board for Major League Baseball. We got that big hockey. I don't think you're into the hockey, but, if Boston was, he might have been there. But anyway, what do you have going on over at Pick Dogs?
Yeah, so right now I got to repurpose some things. I have 2 individual MLB plays. It's Monday, so you know what that means, time to get money with that money bag Monday. So, I have that up momentarily. I had a 3-pack go off the board, so there's games in progress with that. But check me out my 3-day, my 7-day, my 30-day, my yearly. NBA's been real good to me, since the beginning of the year, basically. Like I said, I went the way of the Celtics, where as soon as the calendar year flipped over, I started getting high in the NBA, and I think I'm currently number 3 in the NBA. But my Major League Baseball, I had a rough couple weeks. But that's, I've steadily, I switched up some things in my handicap, and it's been paying off. So, that's what you got to do sometimes when it comes to handicapping. If something's all of a sudden is not working with your system, or the way you do things, the way you handicap, you gotta switch up. So that's what I did, and I've seen some positive results with that. So also check me out with one of the other cappers for the 2-for-1 cap promotional. It's all here, Sports Chat Place of Pick Dogs. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. We're here with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs. Premium showing great results here in the NBA. We're purposely some items for single packs tonight because we do have 6 games in prime time. Of course, the long-term passes are your best value here. The 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. Of course, here we are on Monday. That 7-day pass is great. 1 week of premium plays here from Giovanni. Sells it affordably priced here, $140, which amounts to about $20 a day there for his premium plays. Of course, you'll get all his NBA, which begins Thursday. Of course, MLB, we'll have some full cards here coming up, so good time to get on board with Jovan Burts' 7-day all sports pass. Of course, that you can also go longer term after 7 days on next Monday. Check it out again and go make the jump to the 1-month all pass. But get on board with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs. You can add a second capper with your 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. You can pair up Jovan here with Big Al, Little Al, Brian Bitler, Brad Francis, Rod Zawacky, myself, Al Ninos. Get on board here with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs. All right, Jovan, as always, great having your show. Continued success. We'll talk with you later in the week. But I know you also contribute a lot to the YouTube channel with Pick Dogs. We see your parlay up there as well as individual videos.
Yeah, so right now I'm on the parlay schedule. Doing daily parlays, 2-teamers, maybe occasionally a 3-teamer if I'm feeling it like that. But mainly 2-teamers right now to hit some. So if you took mines every day, man, you in the plus money. I can tell you that much. But yeah. So I'm also on the weekend shows, putting out free picks on that. So just putting in work.
That's right, putting the work. Check out Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, you can check his videos, his parlay over on the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. All right, Jovan, keep it up, and we'll talk with you again on Friday.
Absolutely. Have a good night, win, and see you on Friday.
We'll see you on Friday. Jovan Burts here on The Drive. Let's continue our coverage. Guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. El Ninos will help us out. Just saw El Ninos has logged in. We'll get to him in a little bit after Rod. Let's get to Rod's side. We got a big hockey game tonight, in case you noticed it. And it involves here a Game 7. So who do we got on it tonight? Our man Rod Zawacky. So let's go ahead and bring in Rod. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium here. We're showing some really good results over the past 30 days. Having a good month. Let's bring him in right now. Rod Zawacky. Let's see. We get to them. There he is, Rod Zawacky. Rod, what's happening?
Hey, not too much. Enjoying the weather. Took the dogs for a nice walk, and now we're here to get ourselves a nice winner. Getting pumped up for big Game 7 coming up. And like I said, yeah, I've definitely been having a good month. And pulled myself out of the hole in hockey. And since the playoffs have started, we've been just rolling right along. Up over 845 units last month, just in hockey alone. Pulled into plus money, which is what we want. We'll continue going the right way with hockey.
That's right. Moving the right direction there with Rod Zawacky. Here we go. It's a big Game 7 tonight on ESPN. Hurricanes to face the Rangers. Hurricanes here at $1.50. It's been kind of a home win series here, but the total sits here at 5.5.
Yeah, you look, all 6 games have been won by the home team here. And so far in all those 6 of those games, we're 5-1 to the under in those 6 games. And we know Game 7s. This is going to be a tight, hard-hitting game. Rantic got pulled last game, and I know they pulled him for a reason. They rested him for this spot here. And Rant is the reason why the Carolina Hurricanes have been rolling. Ever since Down, he's stepped up and been getting the wins at home and keeping things tight. And we know Shesterkin's playing lights out start of the season. And I know he's going to be standing on his head, giving his best 100% effort. Probably more like 150% Vezina trophy winning effort by Shesterkin tonight. And like both of these teams, they rank top 2 in the NHL. Carolina being number 1, Rangers being number 2 on defense. And you also look the power play. It has played a part because with low scoring games and goals coming at a premium, there have been 32 power plays between both teams this series and only 6 power play goals. So power plays could be a big question on who wins this game tonight. But we're going to take the total. We're going to take the under. As you look, the Rangers 4-0 to that under after allowing 2 goals or less to their opponent in the previous game. And the Carolina Hurricanes, they are 5-0 to the under after only scoring 2 goals or less in the previous game. So if you get that 5, I love the under 5. Going to get a push. I think we got a 3-1 game. You can take the under 5, but you can't. I'll lay that little bit of juice. Give me the under 5.5. We know Game 7s are close and tight. That's what we're going to get here too as well.
All right, Rod's looking here at a low scoring as they have been in only one game going over in this series. Carolina and Rangers under 5.5. That's right. You got the number 1 and 2 scoring defenses going head to head. And, you did mention the power plays. The question is, will there be any? Because, in a Game 7, do they, well, unless it's an obvious penalty, you're not going to see the referees really blowing too many whistles. And I think in a Game 7, you're probably going to see more discipline on both ends. No stupid penalties here. You don't want to take that here in a winner go home situation.
Well, yeah, exactly. And there hasn't been a power plays. In the 6 games, only 32 power plays. So what does that figure? 6, 12, 18, quick. So there have been a few power plays in the game, but they're just not scoring the goals. Both teams play lights out penalty kill. So that could be a big difference if you just pop a power play goal. It'll be huge. Yeah, if someone gets out to a quick 2-0 lead or something, ooh, it's going to be tough to come back on any of these, either team. Tight game. I love the under in this one. Give me the under 5.5.
All right, under 5.5 here from Rod Zawacky here. The Hurricanes and the Rangers. This one will have a start time 8 p.m. Eastern time, televised over on ESPN. All right, Rod, let's go over at Pick Dog Stream. We're showing great results here for the month here, the past 30 days. 374 units of profit. We still have the big hockey game up there. We've got still 6 for Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at the site?
Going on over at the site, I had my one game go off earlier. We were earlier day baseball. We had the Rockies. The Rockies up 3-1. Let's see if they can hang on and get us a nice win there. But I got 2 left, so I've singled them out. And one of them being my $15 Bookie Buster play. Put that up every day. I'm going to be with one 10-star play of the day. My favorite bet. You can pick it up over at Pick Dog Premium. Click on the Premium Picks tab. Scroll down, you can see me there. Scoop that. It's a guaranteed play that I absolutely, and it'll be always guaranteed that it'll be a winner. So if you don't win, you get your credits back. Buy another pick the next. So head on over, check that out. Or I've got my 10-star hockey play on who's going to win Game 7. Heading on over to Pick Dog's Premium, scoop that up. If not, if you want, you can still got the rest of the hockey season. We still got round 2, which starts tomorrow. And round 3 that starts tomorrow, and then we still got the Stanley Cup Finals. You can pick that up. Check out Puck Dogs; they've been rolling as well the last month in hockey as well. So many different options to get aboard and make some money. That's what we've been doing. Let's keep it rolling.
Yes, keep it rolling. We're only through halfway through the 4 rounds. We're only down through round. Tonight will be the end of round 2 of the playoffs. Still round 3, round 4 to go. So still lots of hockey. Get on board with Rob Zawacky. He's got the $15 Bookie Buster up there. Individual play up there as well from the NHL. Of course, the long-term pass is your best value here. You get on board with Rod Zawacky's 3, 7, or 3rd day all sports pass. You get the 3rd day pass. It's get 1 month of best bets from Rod Zawacky for the entire month, 30 days, including he's in action here from the NBA. NHL, this should get you right near the end of the Stanley Cup Finals here when you get the 1 month all sports pass, at least many of the games from there. Of course, we also will see Rod in action at some point here pretty soon. WNBA, also CFL. I'm guessing it looks like they're going to play, right?
Oh yeah, WNBA. If you would have been watching yesterday's morning show in the chat, I dropped a 3-team birdcage and that hit in yesterday's WNBA. So. You were on. I like WNBA, like I said. But last time we were on the drive-thru, I said I was going to check some things out, and definitely been checking it out. So we hit the first birdcage. If you were in the chat yesterday on Sunday's morning show, you would have definitely caught it there.
There you go, guys. Get on board with Rod Zawacky here. 1 month all sports pass. Get ready. We will start seeing some premiums here for WNBA. CFL will be in action. Of course, Rod's in action there, of course, with MLB, NBA, NHL. That 1 month all sports pass, your best value over at Pick Dog Premium. You can add a second capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value. Match Rod up with Big Al, with Brian Bitler. You can match up with Brad, Jovan Burts, Ninos, 2-for-1 capper promotion. Your best value there over at Pick Dogs. All right, Rod, as always, great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Hey, thanks. Good luck to you with your bets tonight as well, Tony. And let's get ourselves a winner. Enjoy Game 7. It's going to be a great one. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow as we get ready for Game 1 of the Oilers and Avalanche. But let's get through
exactly
this.
Right. It's like a kid at Christmas. I can't sit still. Honestly, it's just I'm so pumped.
Oh my goodness!
So like since 2006, since we've we've seen.
I haven't
Because the
seen
Oilers are actually pumping jack.
Yeah, but I haven't seen the odds. I got to wonder what the goal total is in game one. Did we get to 7?
I'm still seeing 6.5, so I don't
Six
think
and
it
a
popped
half.
up to 7. Not yet.
All right. Not yet. Hopefully, we're seeing someone. That's still a question mark. I haven't got Rod yet. Well, we'll probably find out tomorrow. Maybe in the chat room, Bill can think about a series price on this one if he has any leans or what he thinks about. Maybe
Well,
any
you know
thoughts?
my lean. I got to go with the Oilers. I
Yeah.
got to go with the Oilers. You know the Oilers will be plus money to. We know the Avs will be the favorite in this series. So
Yes.
sprinkle a little bit on the Oilers. That's all my homer play. I'm definitely gonna sprinkle a little bit on the Oilers to win the series for sure.
No doubt about that. All right, Rod, have yourself a great night. Good luck with the press tonight. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Yeah, you have yourself a good one. See you guys tomorrow.
All right, Rod Zawacky here on The Drive Thru. Let's continue our coverage, guys. If you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Al Ninos will help me out with that. Let's continue on. Speaking of Al Ninos, let's bring him on the show right now. We got a late night game tonight from Major League Baseball. They scheduled a game at 10 Eastern time out here on the West Coast. I can't remember last time the Dodgers played. They usually play those 5:05 games on these Monday holidays. Let's go ahead and bring Al in right now. Al Ninos, we got him. Al, we got him? There we go. Al, what's happening?
Hey, going good. How are you?
Doing great. All right, here we go. You've got the late night game tonight, 10 Eastern time. Dodgers here hosting the Pirates. As you'd expect, the Dodgers favorite, but the big favorite here of 340. Total sits here at 8.
Yeah, huge favorites here, and I guess they figured they'd keep people that were partying late entertained tonight with this game. And I think it will be an entertaining game if you like some offense. I think the Dodgers are just going to go off here. And, Buehler's a great pitcher, but he's given up a couple runs in most of his starts this year. So maybe a little help from the Pirates here. And this total, I just think is set a little bit way too low for who they're sending out and who Pittsburgh's sending out. So I'm taking this game to go over the total.
All right, El Ninos likes this one to go over the total in there. El Ninos here over the total of 8 in this one. And we're seeing some juice being applied to the over. So I think there's a lot of the market is kind of agreeing with you on this over. And one thing I noticed early on here in the season, and I don't believe it has improved a little bit, is the fact that Buehler's strikeout numbers aren't what he's doing last year. When you look at his numbers, 26%. Matter of fact, for 2019, he had a high of 29. Then it was 28 last year, 26% a year ago. 19% on the strikeout. His strikeout numbers, I noticed that when I saw him play the Tigers, when I went to a live game, and the Tigers were making a lot of contact, probably not a lot of hard contact, and he isn't really giving up a lot of hard contact, but he's giving up contact here, and that's something to note here with Buehler, 19% strikeouts. Now he's under 20% this year, although he does got the home runs down a little bit, but the strikeout numbers are definitely down, no doubt about that.
Yeah, that's definitely been his biggest issue this season. And again, that I guess leads to more offense, obviously. But still think the Dodgers are in a good spot here. It's just I think the total is a bit too low. He's a huge name. I mean, he's a great pitcher too. It's not just like a big name, but especially it's Zach. Sorry, I don't have the sheet in front of me. It's Zach Thompson on the other side.
Yeah,
correct?
Zach Thompson's on the other side.
Yeah.
He's gotten hit a little bit. But,
exactly.
You go back to that 2020 year with Buehler, his velocity is down almost 2 miles per hour since his peak in 2020, 95 miles per hour. Again, this is definitely a top tier pitcher. We're trying to make a case for the over 8, so you got to hope that Pittsburgh can push across. How many are you hoping that Pittsburgh pushes across to get this over? What's your number here?
I don't even know if we'll need their help, but I mean,
really?
I do expect them to get a couple across. I mean, it's hard to shut teams out. I mean,
yeah, it was when they pull pitchers the way they do. And Pirates bullpen hasn't been as bad as it has in the past, but again, that's probably because of the dead ball. The ball, it's tough to say that here. Against San Diego, they were competitive, but again, it was tough. It was tough for them scoring runs. But here's the one kicker in this one, and it's probably not as an issue as much as it would have been if they ever come from the East Coast. They're only going to fly. I think they're flying in from Arizona. But the Dodgers are playing their first home game after a 10-game road trip. That sometimes can be an issue. But again, if it's a cross-country flight, I think it's more of an impact. They're just coming back from Arizona.
Yeah, these guys have been traveling all year. It's a short trip here. It shouldn't bother them too much. Again, I just think they should get enough runs here to help us get over this total. And I think the Pirates actually help us out a little bit as well.
Yeah, and a couple things with Thompson. It is a fairly warm day. He does have an ERA of 5.5. The concern with Thompson, again, he's a high contact pitcher, 17% strikeout, so they're going to hit him. They're going to hit him. And the home runs are 1.31.
Going up against a good lineup too.
Yeah, and here's 1.31 home runs per 9 innings. That's against all the people. When you face the Dodgers and I see 1.3, 1.2, that means you're probably going to get 2 home runs off them. You know, that's what it means to me. You're not going to be at the far end of that 1.3. You're going to be toward 2. And I think that's what I'm looking at here. With we would probably look into that if you believe in this game going over. Again, the kicker in this is the fact the Dodgers are playing their first home game after a 10-game road trip. That can be a little that can impact offense at times. The pitchers, they usually fly in advance anyway, so it doesn't really impact the pitcher too much. But usually the lineup is
plenty.
So we'll see how that one rolls here with Ninos on Pirates Dodgers over total of 8. This is your late game on MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, now let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium, where you've been on fire on the ice here. 3,134 units of profit in the NHL. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs. So if you go to Pick Dogs, you can verify all this by going to Al's Handicapper page. And there you'll be able to find all his plays, all documented. Also showing profit the last 7 days, coming off a big day yesterday, showing great profit there. All right, now we've got still 6 on the board here from MLB. We got that 1 NHL. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs?
Got a 3-pack with my 2 best MLB and my best NHL, so go check that out. I believe I also have a 3-pack in the MLB and an extra play in baseball as well, so for everyone on the long-term passes. So grab one of those or the 2-for-1 capper specials.
That's right, guys. Got to board with Ninos over at Pick Dogs, showing great results in NHL tonight. It's got a 3-pack here from Major League Baseball up there. Also a 2-pack. He takes his best bet from the NHL and his best bet from MLB, puts together in a 3-pack. So there you go. 3 great picks, 1 low price, just $40 here for his 2 best bets from baseball, his best bet from the NHL. You see the numbers in the NHL. They've been on fire here. Or if you prefer, these plays are sold individually. But again, your best value is just buying them in a 3-pack. So that's the way to go with Ninos here. Or if you prefer the long-term passes, we've talked about the 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass. You get all of El Ninos' premium clicks for that period of time. You select when you go to his handicapper page and you make that purchase. 7-day pass is a good way to go here. Get all of Al's plays for 7 days. Try them out for 7 days. And then, of course, you can, after that next Monday, reassess everything, go even longer. Of course, we're going to be in action here with the NHL conference finals begin tomorrow. So there's a lot of hockey this week, as well as the NBA beginning Thursday, but still a lot of baseball on the card. 7-day all sports pass, your best value there over at Pick Dogs. I'll ask Al this. I don't know the answer here as we're getting into these into closer to the summer. There's WNBA, there's CFL. Are you in action in any of those?
No, I got enough action as it is, and just it's been fun just trying to keep up with these sports. Don't need to go into sports I have less interest in.
Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. It's important to know because I know baseball can be 15-game cards, and if you're like me, taking deep dives in baseball is a very time-consuming process if you want to get the results you're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I look at every one of these games every day, so I love checking these cards out every day. But yeah, I mean, not enough interest for me in those other sports. And love basketball, love football, but I prefer the NFL and the NBA.
There you go. El Ninos here on the drive-thru. All right, Al, as always, great having your show. Continued success. Hang tight. We'll talk to you a little bit on the recap.
All right, see you, Matt.
You got El Ninos here on the drive-thru. Speaking of recap, if you guys missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Now it's time for my pick, and let's go ahead and look at this one here. We're going to Major League Baseball here for this one. We're going to go ahead and pull the information up for you right now. We're going to be looking at this one, Mets and Nationals here, 7 o'clock Eastern start. Mets $1.85, total sits here at 9. We're going to be looking at the total in this one, and I'm going to go here and take it under 9 runs. And Eric Fetty takes the mound, and hey, listen, everyone has a right to improve. That's an old horse racing term. When you look at horses that, they not look good and then you think they're going to get an improvement, they do. These players are going to improve at times, and Fetty has shown improvement. ERA 3.55, whip of 1.38. He's got his strikeout numbers up to 21.5%. The walks are still the concern, but this year he's been able to limit his home run damage. Then one thing with the Mets, their bullpen has pitched well. So it's Mets bullpen, and the Fetty improvement is a factor here to go New York and Washington under. Of course, David Peterson, the Mets starter, he's worked 5 games, putting up an ERA of 2.16, whip of 1. He's dealing 22% strikeouts, walks a little higher than I'd like at 9%, but his ground balls are coming here at 54%. Limited home run damage. That's the common theme here with both starters. Limited home run damage. The play here will be on under the 9 runs. Hey guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium. Hey, you know what? I've got actually I had a 3-pack started for this afternoon, and of course we had a lot of day baseball, so I had my bet plays early. I just wanted to check a score if I have a result on my later game. That was my second game that was in action here, but I do not. Okay, I hit one. My first one is in. We had St. Louis, so I started the day with a winner. And my 3-pack is now a single play, so I have a primetime game right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. My best bet in primetime is up there right now, so you can get on board with that. I'm sitting number 1 over at Pick Dogs for 2022 in Major League Baseball, and I've had a really strong week here, really great season here in MLB over at Pick Dogs. Document over 2,000 units for this season, so check me out. Get on board with that single play, or better yet, get the long-term passes. I have a $3, $7, or $30 sports pass. Get on board with me there. 2-for-1 cap promotion. You can match me up with Ninos, match me up with Rod Zawacky, Brian Bitler, Chris Ruffalo, with Mitch, Big Al McMorty, Jovan, Brad Francis, Brian Bitler. The 2-for-1 cap promotion, your best value over Pick Dogs Premium. But get on board with one of my long-term passes, as I'm running pretty good right now. You see me number 1 in MLB for 2022. All right, let's continue on here with the drive-through. And let's go ahead and get to the recap. And now it's time to bring Al back into the show. So let's bring Al in right now. All right, we start off with Brian Bitler. He set the Rays -139 against the Rangers. Brad Francis, that wind is blowing out in Wrigley, and it's hot. He says Brewers Cubs over 11 in Game 2. Jovan Burts, Red Sox -170 against the Orioles. Rod Zawacky, Hurricanes Rangers under 5.5 goals. Al Ninos likes Dodgers Pirates over 8. Yours truly, Nationals Mets under 9. All right, Al, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I'll go with Brad's over.
Brad likes the over there in that right there wind tunnel there in Wrigley today. Now I'm going to go here with Rod Zawacky, Hurricanes Rangers under 5.5. Game 7 going to be tight checking game. I think no one's going to want to make a mistake. All is at stake here in a Game 7. It's a trip to the conference finals and one step closer to the Stanley Cup Finals. So Hurricanes Rangers under the total of 5.5 goals. All right, that will do it for this edition here of the drive-through. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll bring in our cappers, and about 8 cappers booked on the show. Give out live free sports picks for the games in prime time. Of course, it'll all get started with the morning show, sometimes at 10 a.m., sometimes at 8:15, 8:30. Just tune in. You can watch it on demand if you miss it live and get signed up. More importantly, why don't you just do this? Why don't you go ahead and set subscribe, and as you do, you can set your notifications so when it's live, you'll get notified here with the subscribe. So subscribe, of course, set the notifications so whenever a live event is on, you get notified and you can tune in. And accordingly, when you watch us live, you can bet in and get the best possible numbers. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the drive-through. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight. Wave good night to you guys. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk with you again tomorrow live on the drive-through.